Welcome to Rom Wills. Money Matters. Massive evictions are coming. Look, this is like I said, when I switched it to Money Matters, I wanted to talk about more than business. I wanted to get into money management, but I still had to go even further and get into stuff that's money related. Ultimately, many things money related. Shoot, at some point, I may start talking about relationships more on this channel, right? But massive evictions are coming. Now, there was a moratorium on evictions from, during this crisis, right? But one thing a lot of people didn't get, that moratorium was only related to publicly owned properties, housing projects and stuff. People didn't realize that because I have a very good lady friend who's an attorney, and she works with legal aid society in a southern city. And she said, "Oh no, that's just a public thing." She said there are a lot of private renters who are facing eviction because they couldn't pay it. And see, the private people, they didn't have any. You got somebody, they might own a 4-unit building or a couple houses. They didn't have any obligation not to kick somebody or not to take that rent. And then, if you expand that to the public thing, you had some people out here actually saying, "Oh, we don't have to pay. We ain't going to get kicked out." Then they found out the hard way, especially if they had a private landlord, it's like, "Oh no, that's not the case." And then the public ones, they really gonna find out, because I heard of people like cheering over that. Right now, that's a problem. Now, on this channel, any of my channels, I don't usually focus specifically on race, and if I do, I let people know because I have a multiracial following. But especially blacks, this is something we gotta pay attention to. Because if you look at home ownership, especially in this country, I think the number is roughly 71% of the white population actually own their homes, or at least, they paying for it. They don't have to worry about eviction, but that's only maybe 44% of blacks. That's significant. Only 44% maybe only. So you're talking, what's that number? 56% of the black population renting from somewhere. That's a big thing. And then with these massive evictions, we're about to get hit. Now, I know there's a lot of protest and everything, but we already getting hit with the job thing. A lot of these jobs where it was maybe restaurants or non-essential, shoot, a lot of blacks were affected by that. So you getting that double whammy. And then even with the places opening back up, it's been slow. And even then, with a spike in COVID-19 cases, some places might be reclosing. But whatever the case, it's not going to be the same. So, and then if it's not the same, and then even though they talk about like a second stimulus package, trust me, that $1,200 goes quickly. You might be in a place lucky enough where it might cover a couple months' rent, but then you still got to eat and all this other stuff. And then with unemployment, you only get about 10 weeks on unemployment. So I'm like, wait a minute, there's a lot of things hitting with this. And we got to be concerned about this, particularly in the black community. Now, I know there's plenty of protests and everything, and all of that. But, at the end of the day, it was like, well, okay, are they jobs guaranteed? Now, the only thing I could say that might be helpful, there's a big might, is if they finally decide to move forward universal basic income. But you still don't know how that's going to affect it otherwise, you don't know how that's going to be. And I'll just say, like, that, let's just say if I was living on $1,200 a month, shoot, I'd be in trouble. I'd be able to pay my housing notes. That'd be it. But I mean, it's a major thing, and that eviction thing, that's going to be major. That's going to be major because, especially with the money, because if you get evicted, where you going to go? You know, it's going to be some massive things happening. We need to pay attention to all of that. You know, we need to pay attention to it. Now, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, we need to pay attention to it, see where it goes, track it, and everything. Now, you know, I'm always like, let's go make that money, but you know what? There's gonna be just some episodes, some podcasts I do. I can't even say. I can't even go say. I can't say, oh yeah, massive eviction coming. Let's go make that money. It's like, you know, it's something to pay attention to. Now, if you're not in a position where you're worried about it, hey, you blessed. If you still got money coming in, you blessed. But there's something we got to pay attention to because everything touches one and everything else. Everything touches. Even if you ain't in that position, you worry about the evictions, it touches somebody else. Like, for example, say you not worried about evictions because you're a landlord. Hey, you got like you got your 4-unit building, or you own a couple houses, you're getting some good money, but then you might have to evict the people. The thing is, with the economic situation, you don't know if you're going to get some money back. Because there are properties that are sitting empty. There are properties, that's one thing that's not said, because once you get rid of one, you might not have somebody else move in right away. So because of the economic thing. So it touches everybody. Even people making a lot of money. Because, you getting people making 6 figures. They ain't working in, they being laid off. They being furloughed. Because everything touches everything else. So it's something to pay attention to. It's something to pay attention to. So I'll get back with y'all next time with something. All right? Peace.
Oh.